Hi everyone. Today I came up with a new web application which I have done in my past few weeks, that is Todo's web application. So before I explain you this website how I have built, I want to discuss with you all the basic concept and insight of making this website, that is storage mechanism. So why this storage mechanism? You may ask me. Because like in my past videos I have explained you about the dynamic websites, right? How I build them? Have built them using JavaScript. So JavaScript is basically used to make dynamic web application. It's true. Then, but the another important thing is it works on an environment known as executive context. It means whenever you reload or you closed all the websites you open and you come back to the website again, the things which you have done before won't get saved. They get destroyed. Like, since you're not saving them in any storage device, then how it gets saved? So the JavaScript is only responsible at that instant of time to show us dynamically. It will not save the changes what you have done. So to make those changes and to store what are the values you giving to that website at particular moment, and you want to see them again when you open the website, you need to use some mechanism known as storage mechanism. So in that we have many techniques like local storage, session storage, and index database. In this website have used local storage mechanism. Local storage is nothing but it will be local to your browser. Means you are saved a thing in your browser, in your storage. It will be visible to only your part. Like as my application is to dos, a particular person can have different tasks you want to accomplish in a moment, and another person have another different tasks. So it won't be same, right? In to dos application, you have a work today to learn HTML. An example that I don't have the work to learn the HTML and I want to learn CSS today. So I will make a note of learn CSS only in my to-dos application. So our data gets different in different web browsers, right? So we need to use local storage mechanism here. Here we have many things like many methods in this storage, like set item, get item, remove item, or remove all, and even many methods. As I go further in this web application, I will make that note of all the insights of this local storage. Up to now, just know that I have used what are the concept of local storage mechanism. And main important thing is in this storage, like in JavaScript, you can create many functions, objects, variables, and many other things, right? By using let variable, let keyword. But in storage, you can only store string variables. So here comes the concept of JSON. The JSON, the full form is JavaScript Object Notation. So here in this JSON, we have two different methods like JSON stringify, JSON parse. Only one I will explain, I will say. The other thing would be opposite to it. JSON stringify is, so what are, if you pass an variable name there, let it be anything like object, function, anything. If you give that to this JSON.stringify, we'll convert any object in JavaScript to the string data type. And then we can store it. We can set the that variable in storage. As storage can take only string part. And parse is nothing but get item. When we want to get something from the storage, we use get item method. So we can't we'll get a string part from the storage, right? But we need the actual part in the JavaScript. Like if it is object, we want object only. So by using parse, we can change the stringified part to the actual part in the JavaScript. Let's get into the code now. So coming to the HTML and CSS part, initially I've created a to-do BG container and given the color to it, and started the container row as it is a responsive website, and then call 12. I'll inspect and show you clearly, and I have created the container and row. In that, anything which I'll give further will occupy all the 12 columns. Here comes the inheritance concept. What I have given inside this div container all will occupy 12 columns. So firstly I have given the heading to do web application, and by using this span tag, this create will have one uh, styling part, and task will have another styling part. And later have used the input container element. For this, type is text, and class I have used like to do user input. By using this to do user input, I have styled it. So background color white, width is 80%, border style, border width, and padding and margin, different concept methods I have used, and I have styled this input part. So as I have given 80% of width need to be occupied, the next button element, as it is an inline element, came to the previous line of the input part. As it is, this button will think like only 80% is occupied by this input element, the rest 20% I can use, right? So it comes to the previous line as it is an inline element. If suppose I have given 100% and run this part, the all the 100% the part is occupied by the input. For this button there is no place to occupy, so it came to the new line. And when I click 80%, it has some space to occupy, so it came to the same line of the HTML, sorry, input part. And later, um, again I have kept the heading my tasks. Okay, so now have used the concept of unordered list, because we have the two lists like unordered and ordered list. Unordered list, for ordered list is nothing but 1 2 3, we can use like that. Unordered list like bullet points or square or without any style also we can keep, right? So I don't want to keep any style to it, so I just use the concept of unordered list here. As in to-do's web application is basically a thing like if you want to do some tasks, you'll take a paper and you write all the tasks like keeping 1 2 3. In the similar manner, to-do web application also like that only. So you write all the lists you want to do in this container, in this web application. So that like once I demonstrate this web application to you, today only demonstration part I'll show you. So I'll inspect and show how the storage also gets. So to see how the this application stores it, we need to go to the application part. Initially, this to-do list is empty as I haven't kept anything, and I'll write like learn HTML. I want to complete this task today, and I'll click plus. So it gets added. But here it haven't done anything because I haven't saved that part. I just written that. When I click save, see it got this stringified part came here. Since it takes only the stringified concept. So text learn HTML, and this comes to the JavaScript part. And when I go there, I'll explain you. And is it checked? No, false, right? It is not checked. When I click here, this strike off part come like my task is completed today. Some satisfaction will be there, right? When we strike the part. So I have kept that line through concept here. When I click here, it gets checked, or when like toggling will be there. When it is done, it gets strike. If you don't want the striking off, again if you click that, no striking will be there. Okay, when I click here also in this whole container where I click, all that part gets updated. Okay, so unique number, since it's one I have given there. Okay, So delete is so I'll click, I'll check it, and I'll save that part. See, is checked is changed to true when I use that this concept of saving after striking it. When again I'll toggle it again, I'll save. So if you see, is check is again came to false. So now let's delete it now. So if you delete and you reload it, since you haven't saved it, it again it doesn't remove from the to-do list. When you delete, okay, the remove concept not. When you delete it and save it, then again the to-do list became empty. Again, if you reload that part, so nothing is visible there. Again, let's see how the functioning of remove all. Learn HTML, add, I'll write two tasks, and now I'm saving it. So two tasks were given there first. Oh, let's see here. It will be so here text Z at 0th index we have learn HTML unique number 1 is checked for. Learn CSS unique number 2 is checked false. Now both I'll keep checked and saving. See, is checked both got true. Now remove all concept. Let's see. Are you sure to delete the to-dos? It is asking. Yes, I'm sure to delete the to-do. I'm clicking yes. Okay. And I'm saving it. See, all the to-dos got deleted. So this is how remove all functioning will be done. This is about the demonstration of. So in my next video, I'll explain you the concept and different mechanisms I have used to do this, to do web application. By I have used many concepts like as I need to do changes when the user clicks add, or when the user clicks save or remove all. The changes need to be done there when this buttons were clicked or this part is changed in the input. So what are the things I want to, from the HTML to the JavaScript, have given them the ID. So for this, I have given the ID to do user input, and for this button, add to do button, and for this save button, and for this ID remove button. And here this container also need to change, right? When I need, so initially when you run this part, you will have no task in the my task container. So when you add task here on this list, also something need to get changed, right? So that also I to update it, for that also I've given the ID to do item container. So all these part from the HTML I have brought to the JavaScript. So after bringing to JavaScript what all things I have done, I'll say in the next video. And follow and like my video if you like my video, like my website. And if you want to know the upcoming videos, please do subscribe. Thank you.